Myself, Shobana Uthayashankar, founder of Innogle Technologies Private Limited. Basically, we are into an oceanography deep tech company, providing solution to fishing industry, coast guards, and also for the ocean researchers. So it's a concept like water talks through Innogle's digital twins. So we'll be transmitting everything as in digital formation to the end user to facilitate. So myself, Shobana Uthayashankar, founder and CEO of Innogle. I'm having nearly 9+ years of experience in terms of ocean research and in terms of technology like IoT, Internet of Underwater Things, and also in hardwares in different countries like UAE, Malaysia, China, etc. And apart from that, Anand Tripathi is one of the business strategy, having 29 years of experience, and Kalivani, she's one of the director, having 15 years of experience in customer management, and Ashok is our one of the marketing person. He's also one of the director. Dr. Siba, he is helping us in terms of communication, wireless communication and sensor related activities. And Rahul is our CFO. Apart from that, we do have 15+ engineers who is working, especially in terms of this research and solution. So our product, like we are just providing a kind of different various product, especially in different industries, like not only in fishing industry, like Cuddle Compass. Rakshava is especially for the fishing industry and also for the kind of tourism where they can use it. This has different use case, but our main focus would be fishing industry if you're talking about this kind of a Cuddle Compass device. And also we do have different solution like Sheriff and Sagran, which are especially useful for search and rescue. Let's say someone got missed out on ocean, and this solution will help them to trace and track where they are in real time. And one more unique solution, like as we are aware, beyond 20 kilometer on ocean, there is no communication channel, right? So we are providing a kind of communication channel on ocean because communication is very, very important in terms of passing a simple message also, right? But talking about that kind of atmosphere on ocean, it's very, very difficult to have two-way communication. We are completely depending on satellite, which is high expensive and which can't be affordable by all the fishermen or the ocean workers. So to overcome this kind of challenges, we have a kind of a solution called TOF. We are also working under the guidance of Telecom Department of Telecommunication related to that. So talking about our first product called Cuddle Compass. So the name itself, you can feel it. So cuddle is nothing but sea. So I'm just we are just solving a kind of a critical problems that are faced by the fisherman, especially like let's say if someone is sailing, right, then always there is a risk of life for them because it's very, very difficult to trace and track where they are, even for the neighbor in the particular boat. And you can see, according to ILO, fisherman life is 25 to 30 times higher, and the fatality rate is 24K per year. This is actually according to the statistic right now we have. But some of the areas, they don't have any kind of statistic and we don't know the exact kind of a fatality rate. So this is where we have to focus more in terms of life safety. So it's a concept like what's more precious than life itself, right? Yes. And one more thing, like regarding the loss of potential fishing zone. So right now, satellite is the only one providing the fishing potential fishing zone. So now the problem here is the satellite will provide you a kind of chlorophyll based image. So that can be determined by like what species there in the particular zone. Even in day-to-day life, you are seeing like, let's say if someone catching a high heeled, then there is a lot of discard. Let's say turtle or jellyfish or whatever kind of small fishes are caught in the net. So again, what fisherman is doing is they are just throwing all the unintentional species into the ocean again. So it leads to loss of ocean ecosystem, and also they couldn't find a potential fishing zone on the go. And one more thing I would like to say here, they are using a kind of echo sounder for finding the potential fishing zone in terms of ocean. So what is the issue here is talking about that potential fishing zone using echo sounder. Whatever the object comes in, it's a kind of acoustic sound. They are having a kind of whatever the object it detects, it will give you a kind of imagination stating that it is a fish. Okay, so this is what the assumption would be in terms of echo sounder, but it doesn't show like what type of species it is and whether it is fish or stone or coral, whatever, it couldn't identify. So that is also one of the pain point that needs to be addressed as quickly to have the potential sustainable fishing zone. So for that, we are also having a solution. So let's go ahead with the solution. So this is called the Cuddle Compass device, comprehensive solution. So this device you can see here, right? This device, it is called a cuddle compass, which will act as a user interface, which supports nearly 26 unique features. So this solution we derived after 6 years of research. You'll be seeing a lot of similar kind of a solution, but as a comprehensive solution with the added advantage which we are providing, where no one is having. So I'll tell you like what are the features that we have. So this is called user interface, which has multilingual. So fisherman can access which is very user friendly also, according to their own language, where the whole complete interface will change. And similarly, all the icons are on visual representation, so they don't need to go ahead and study what it is. So automatically it will also trigger and show you whatever the functionality going to happen. Let's consider. So it has two-way communication. So let's say you are in deep sea, okay? So if you want to have a two-way communication, and this will help you to talk between the boats. One thing, we don't want to have satellite here. It's a kind of 20-kilometer distance where you can communicate between the boats. And number two is life safety can be provided. You can see the watch here, the two watches which is placed for example. So this has to be wear by the each fisherman. So what will happen is, let's say if someone got missed out from the boat, right? We can easily trace and track where they are. I'll tell you and explain like how the concept is. So this is called underwater device. This is a kind of a complete unique solution which will be attracted by most of the fishermen. So this has high-end cameras, high illuminated lights, and it also integrated with a kind of transducer. Let's say this device has to be thrown by the fisherman in water. This top alone will float. Okay, it's a kind of drifting technology only that we have used here. This part, this bottom alone will submerge in water. It captures the kind of videos, AI-based videos, which will give you a suggestion like what type of fish it is, or species it is. And similarly, it will also give you a kind of real-time on-the-go fishing. So you don't need to depend on the satellite, because satellite will support the system by providing this kind of parameters to them. But for especially for the fisherman, in real time, they can see on the go within the boat, like what is there in the underwater. So that is where the fishermen are more attracted in. And similarly, we will also guide them. It is a small fish, so no need to touch that right now. It is a big fish. It's the right time to catch you like that. It will give you a kind of suggestion in their own language. So it also has a uh, um, kind of vibrator, which will give you a vibration if any unintentional species comes into the place, so that they don't want to catch the unintentional species like turtle or jellyfish or whatever, so that it will scared and move on, and specific fish can be get into the net. So this is for the concept. So we are actually, I told you, right, two-way communication. We are using a kind of data breach won't happen because we are using a kind of high-end M2M solution here, mission to mission, where the data will be securely go into the cloud. So here, one more thing, as I told you, like how the technology works here. The device has to be fixed here in the kind of deck of the boat, so that the fisherman can see in live what is there in the underwater. And similarly, the fisherman can throw this underwater device, which is contact with water. So it has to be kind of floating or by tethered within the boat, or else they can fix it in the rod. So I'll tell you how the design, so that based on the customization, we can also work on it. And similarly, as I told you, they'll be having a kind of life safety watch in each hand. It is also integrated with Aadhaar authentication. For more doing a kind of search and rescue, we can do this. Let's say if they are sailing and most of the people will be sleeping on the deck, so that is where the accident will happen. Let's say the fisherman will miss out, right? So that is one case. And similarly, if they are feeling sleep, like they will also fall down. So this kind of problem leads to make the fisherman missed out. So now what we are doing is, so this is what the concept is. Someone got missed out, right? Even the neighbor also doesn't know who got missed out. So morning only they came to know the particular person got missed out. This is what the real-time issue. So to overcome this kind of problem, let's say if a person is wearing watch, okay, that person name is Ram or Ramamurthy or whatever. If someone missed out from out of the boat, right, then immediately the watch signals will be triggered right away to the cuddle compass device here. So that it will give you an alarm in the boat like stating Ramamurthy got missed out, check it like that, so that they can rescue with the location. So instead of Coast Guard comes in to save the life, we can rescue the person as quickly. So this is the one of the innovative solution that we developed, so that this can be used for anywhere for the life safety solution. on ocean. So as I told you, this is what after the research we got a kind of a rugged watch. You can see here. So this can also be used for defense or tourism people, whomever it is. So emergency communication can be established as quickly to save the life. So as I told you, one uniqueness about the underwater device. So I say here is the underwater device concept. Here is it is a magnetic charger. As you have in the boat, you will be having a kind of diesel. You can use the same power here. So it's a kind of laptop charging process only. So you can use a magnetic charger to charge it so that it will float and give you a real-time scenario like what is there in the underwater. And similarly, this device can also be used for cage fishing. So this the problem that we are solving, especially in cage fishing, is like water parameter quality. So identifying the water quality parameter, you should depend on water sample should be collected and you have to take that into lab or you have to call the person to do the same. But here what will happen is a small device that will be given. So you have to put that in water so that it will immediately tell you like pH value is this one, salinity is this one. So this is what the fish feeding is done. So because the major loss where the fisherman is facing is feeding the fish, because right now till date it's the kind of assumption that they are doing whether the food is okay or not, like that it is very difficult to determine the fisherman by the fisherman, right? So what we can do is we can provide a real-time monitoring system, AI based, so that they can also see in underwater whether the fish is enough with the food or they need more food to be given, like that the suggestion also given to the fisherman. And in one spot they can also get the water parameter quality in real time. Let's say fisherman is somewhere or the farmer is somewhere and they want to monitor the water quality also, they can do it immediately in a fraction of seconds by opening the application in the phone. Okay, it's a kind of challenging the process, but we have solved that. So similarly, you can see, so depends on the transducer that we are, I mean, depends on the sensor that we are integrating, the value may vary or the cost may vary. So you can see GPS is integrated, transducer can be incorporated, pH, salinity, TDS, nitrate sensor. So this kind of parameter will be linked in one device and that will be fed along with the cameras and AI-based system. So here you can see this is completely developed by us. So our motto is to give you a cost-effective solution to all the farmer in an affordable manner. So this is what our idea is. So let's say if you're having a large pond, then we can also customize and give you like this floater can be given with a SWAN technology where it will automatically spin around the area of pond to cover the water parameter qualities. In a let's say it's going to be a large pond, then it will work out. And we are also working with AI-based fish type disease and suggestion. So it's a quite complication algorithm that we have designed to develop and provide a solution, especially for identifying the fish behavior as well as like basic fish type diseases. Let's say that's the spot that that resemble like a salt, right, on the skin of the fish. Then that can also be identified. Similarly, if there is less oxygen and the behavior will compare along with the behavior of the fish, and that will give you an output like, okay, there is a lack of oxygen that needs to be given. So we are also working with a high-end technology, like let's say there is a oxygen fluctuation, level fluctuation has happened, then the based on the IoT, we'll be triggering the oxygen level also. So that kind of parameter we are working on it right now. So let's consider if you are in rural area where you'll be having this kind of devices, no worries, we'll be providing a network between the cage. Okay, between the cage to have the real-time data in mobile or else the device that we are providing. So display device, so that you don't need to worry about the communication if you are in long range or outside outskirt of the area. So even if you're having communication also, that is very much simple for us. We'll be transmitting all the data from different cages and that will be given to the cloud. So that kind of the work also that we are doing right now. So you can see some feedbacks. It is from Delhi Department of Fisheries shown interest to exhibit our product, especially in their stand in Delhi. And Coast Guard also appreciated our work. And Department of Fisheries Pondicherry is shown first a sign of interest in terms of taking the life safety watch. And fishermen also gave real-time view about the life safety watch, how important to them in day-to-day activities. We are also working with different companies in abroad also, like Ax Data, Australia, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, etc. So this one-stop solution can be used in ocean in any domain, kind of Navy, Coast Guard, harbor, aviation, etc. So we did our testing in IIT Madras. We are the very first company deployed 5G on ocean and awarded by Department of Telecommunication. We also awarded by Niti Aayog, and we are in the Cambodium of top 75 agri entrepreneur and innovator awarded by Niti Aayog. So in Qualcomm also we got awards in terms of this high-end technology. So we represent our solution in post-budget under the chairmanship of Shri Narendra Modi GC, Prime Minister, and we are the winner of 5G Hackathon winner awarded by Ashwini Vaishnav Minister. So we got a lot of tractions from different ministers, and as we involved in many research and development, and we got different effort from different views and idea and knowledge from different experts to develop this kind of technology. Here, our uniqueness is like we can bring the solution according to the customer needs. So that is where we are standing here. So we are happy to take your queries. All about this is all about Innogle. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions now.
Sure.
In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen so that we can see your full video? Yeah, thank you. I'll take up the first question.
Sure, ma'am.
How user-friendly is the Cuddle Compass interface, and what support or training resources are available for the users?
Okay, so considering the background of the fisherman, so they want a quick solution and it should be kind of user friendly. To keeping that in mind, what we have done is, as I told you, we have done a kind of pictorial representation. So they don't want to read anything completely. So it's a kind of picture where they can see and click one thing. And similarly, we are also supporting a multilingual. So based on the user preference language, the whole system will change. So the user friendly is where they have to understand easily, right? So that can be done, and it's very user friendly. So the training, what we can do is, let's say if they are purchasing, no, we'll be providing a real time training for them in video, through video, or else like if they want the person to come in also, we can help them to work out or do it. It's a we don't need any kind of installation for that. It's a kind of simple process where they are fixing the plug and play interface as a user interface as Cuddle Compass device, and they have to throw this device UWD, that is underwater device, in the water by tethering within the boat with the boat. Okay, so that's it. So let's say if you want to have a group kind of a people who wants to buy this product, of course we are happy to come in and do the support, necessary support required.
Okay. Are there any additional sensors or capabilities integrated into the Cuddle Campus to provide supplementary data or features?
Exactly. So our main idea would be like observing the ocean ecosystem also. So as I told you, we do have different parameters integrated. Like according to the ocean, we'll be having a depth analyzer, particular surface temperature. So this kind of data is already incorporated. I mean, this kind of sensor we already incorporated in our underwater device. So what will happen is this will also detect and captures the location-based videos as well as like parameters, so that will be useful for the ocean researchers or the policymaker to understand more about the ocean. So we are using fishing vessel as USP to collect the data also. So actually this is a patent product. We hold nearly 13 IPs especially for this product.
Okay. Can Cuddle Compass be integrated with other marine navigation systems or technologies?
Exactly. Will do, ma'am. We are happy to work on it. So let's say we'll discuss, let's say if someone showed interest, we are happy to take it and go ahead.
What are some of the key challenges faced by your company in the Chennai market, and how does the company address them?
Okay, so before that, the one question I would like to incorporate here regarding the navigation system, we are also working with Navic. Okay, the chipset which we already integrated in our system. So we are also open to discuss, let's say if they are having different solution, so that can be useful for the fishermen. We are also happy to take it. And talking about the question that you asked right now, of course,
Yes.
talking about the Chennai market, mm, that is, we are in the discussion with Tamil Nadu government right now. Whereas in terms of life safety watch, they are happy to take the product to do the piloting. So piloting for further process, because Pondicherry is fine with us. Now Tamil Nadu has also shown interest. We also had a higher level of meetings. So through them, we are just going to take it, as ocean is very, very sensitive. So through government, we will be channelizing the further process through fishermen.
Okay. I'll go on to the next question. How does Innogle Technologies engage with the local community and support initiatives for skill development and education?
Okay. So talking usually in general mindset, let's say if I'm connecting with any kind of investor or higher level people, talking about the background of the fisherman, they will always think like, how come they are affordable, how they will pay, how whether they'll understand or not. But my scenario is completely different. That's why we made the solution in simple way where they can understand one thing. And similarly, talking about the training, let's say if they are implementing this kind of solution, no, that will definitely make them to realize what they are into, because they are feeling very low in terms of their society. But here, if they are going ahead and implementing this kind of solution, of course we'll be improving the opening up the new markets, because we didn't explore unexplored kind of a ocean, what is there in the particular domain. We are all focusing kind of engineers, doctors, or other segment like healthcare, but no one is talking about the ocean or the particular domain. Let's say if you are working on this kind of solution, and of course I'm very much sure about that, the domain or the society of the fisherman will definitely come up, and they will be playing a key role in terms of that. And the training, talking about the training and skills, by implementing this kind of solution only, they will also know like what is they are into. So of course, this will play a vital role in terms of gaining their knowledge.
Okay. Are there any notable achievements or milestones that your company has reached since its establishment?
Exactly. Actually, ma'am, I would say like when I started my company in the year of 2019 officially, before I was into the research of about 2015, like in the year of 2015, I started my research. So just like that, I went to different countries to explore it. First, I tried in different areas in Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu and different states, but we couldn't find a solution, especially for the life safety. Why I started this first, I'll tell you. Like we already work in a company where we found one person called, he's actually from the fishing community. So when we had a get together during Diwali festival, then we found like he was really literally silent. From there, like we started talking to him, what is the issues, and he said like he lost his uncle, and before that, during tsunami, he lost all his complete family, and before that, he lost his uncle also. The pain point here is he doesn't know whether he is alive or not. So that is where we make us to think like, as we are engineer, why don't we do something which will save the life? So this is where the real world problem is. So what we thought is doing a kind of research in different countries. So when I'm talking about the problem or the particular domain, people doesn't have any kind of awareness about that. I'll be literally applying for all the awards and different competition. Why is to know other people to aware about the domain which we are focusing. So whenever we are talking about the oceanography or the fisherman domain, they will think like, no, it won't work out. How the people will adopt like that. But I literally go ahead and applying and approaching with the different experts like to get the views. And after that, now I'm standing in a company where we are the very first company deployed 5G on ocean, and this company known by all the ministries, where the potential has been identified. So now we are in the next level. So we really achieved the milestone, I would say. You can see the photographs also. So among the top level companies, MNCs, we got the award. So that is where the pride is. And similarly, we also got a lot of opportunity to interact with the different experts to gain the knowledge in real time. So they also know like what is what about the Innogle. So as a next step, we are implementing our life safety watch. Of course, by implementing this kind of life safety watch, if we save one person, also a kind of a big milestone that we achieved. That's all.
Okay. Um, how does Cuddle Campus handle challenges such as interference or magnetic variation in ocean environments?
Okay. Actually, right now, we are also working with the professors in terms of that. But in real time, we tested, we don't find that kind of variation or kind of any fluctuations over there. But maybe in future, maybe we can talk about that. Right now, we are also in discussion with oceanography researchers in terms of that.
Okay. Can you explain the technology behind the Cuddle Campus and how it differs from traditional campus?
Okay. So compass is nothing but you can see the directions. But here the cuddle compass, we named it because it should be a kind of as I grown up, so I just started my putting my state's name in a own language like cuddle compass, one thing. And similarly, the solution how it's work is first we are the very first company used a kind of IOUT, underwater Internet of Underwater Things. So whatever the objects or the sensors that can be controlled in the from the underwater, we can also control it on the surface. So this is what the technology that we develop. So let's say if you want to trigger any light that can be controlled and that can also be triggered in the underwater. So that kind of concept we have integrated, especially in underwater. Doing in land as well as doing in kind of under the sea, it's very, very different. And so this is what the technology. One is IOUT, Internet of Underwater Things, and similarly we have developed our own embedded board system because we it's very, very difficult to get some kind of embedded board outside or the self-made. Okay, so now what we have done is according to our needs, we have designed our board so that that will be flexible enough to adopt the sensors and other kind of components that we have. So embedded system is integrated. We are also having an in-house team where they are working on AI-based identifying the species, marine species, fish type suggestions. So it is where it's quite complicated, but we are also working on it. Few database we have captured in terms of finding the fish type suggestions. So yeah, according to the FRO, like food, based on the database that are available in open source we have taken, and similarly from the books, so from the authorized body we have taken few datas, so that we are working on it right now. So database, so we have nearly, so because talking about the AI, right, if you're finding an object which is very identical, that is very much easy. Talking about the fish identification is very, very tough task. So we have to focus on minor kind of datas like mouth, tail, fin, etc, so that we are also working on it.
Okay. Are there any plans for future upgrades or developments for the Cuddle Campus product line?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. I have completed the questions from our side. Would you like to add on any other point?
Okay, so talking about our solution is completely innovative, and I trust like this will be especially useful for the fisherman who want to save the life or safeguard the life, and similarly to want to have a kind of potential fishing zone in real time in a simplest methodology. Then you can approach us through this body, or else we can also reach us by getting the details. If you want, I can share you through or else ma'am can give you my
Yeah,
contact.
we will share your contact details.
Shall I share it, ma'am?
No, we will share it to
All
the.
right, fine. So you can also share it and we are happy to work on it. Ours is like customized one. Let's say if you want something to be amended or if you want to develop a customized solution, especially for your cage, we are happy to take it. And similarly for the ocean also, because in ocean, no one is having this kind of solution. If you want to have a kind of this kind of atmosphere or infrastructure, we are happy to provide the same.
Okay, thank you very much. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Ms. Shobana for the talk and for answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the
You're most
opportunity.
welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.